That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Welcome to Roasted, where everything is on the table, and you're damn right, it will be roasted. Beautiful. Now, we're going to go through a couple things. I'm going to explain the channel. We're going to get into how this works. We're going to break down a bunch of extra stuff, and then we're going to get into the debate. As you can see to my left and my right, excuse me, as you can see to my left and my right, we have some master debaters. We're going to keep rolling with this, because that's what we do on Roasted. We got some master debaters over here. They shouldn't be doing that in public, but today, they're going to debate master style. Okay, so, purpose of this channel is it doesn't matter what we do or how we do it. We're going to do it. We're going to debate. We're going to talk. It's going to be about everything, wrestling, politics, sports. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If we want to make a silly video, we're going to make a silly video. If we want to do memes, we're going to do memes. It's going to be 100% whatever we feel like we want to do. We're not going to just hinder ourselves to one thing, because hindering yourself to one thing, that sucks. So expand our values and expand our love for YouTube. Okay, so one thing that I want to touch base on is what I would like to do is I would like you guys, you viewers, to either send me an Instagram, Facebook, or an email, which I will get all that set up. This is our first video, by the way. I'll get all that set up. You're going to send me this email, and you're going to say, hey, I don't like this person. You guys should talk straight-ish about him. You don't like your job. You guys should talk straight-ish about him. The three of us are going to hammer that for at least like 3 to 4 minutes about how your job or whoever you want us to roast sucks. We're going to roast that damn thing until it is burnt toasted. Then we're going to go on to debates. Depending on how long the debates last, I'm going to try to give these gentlemen 5 minutes each and myself, if we can. And then a final word, final thought, then we're going to move on. So it's kind of like a first take kind of thing. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to debate about topics that are hot right now. Hot because I don't know if I've said it yet. It's roasted! Don't know if I said that yet. I hit him in the knee. Yeah, just in case you're wondering.
Somebody's excited for his debut.
Since I hit him in the knee, we have this neat little soundboard. You'll be hearing word sounds like this right here. Fatality. That's what happened to his knee. It just it blew up. It's exploded. Okay.
Where's the good one? Do the good one.
What's the good one?
Oh, you know it.
I got it.
That's not it.
Sorry. I don't know what's good one. We'll find it later. Anyway. Anyway, oh, here it is. Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Anyway, here's our debate topics. Right now, football is back. We just had a preseason game. It was Denver versus Atlanta.
Pointless games.
And yeah, the preseason games. I mean, they're five games long now. They're kind of pointless, but whatever. So our first topic is going to be the Cowboys issues. The Dallas Cowboys are having a lot of issues. We're going to cover that. Then we're going to go into should players take pay cuts to help build better teams. Then, is wrestling heading into a new direction with AEW, WWE, New Japan? And what new products or tech are you most excited for? And which ones do you think are going to fail? Good stuff, right, fellas? Good stuff. Let's get into the skibby on this. The first one is going to touch JP's heart. His soul. Because he bleeds that blue and silver or gray, whatever the hell they bleed. Wow. Who cares? Nobody cares. He is a Cowboys fan through and through. He bought the Troy Aikman Country album. He listened to the Deion Sanders rap album. It didn't matter. Anything that dropped, he listened to it. The Jerry Jones remake of This Team Sucks, he heard it. Okay? Cowboys issues. We're going to go ahead and start with you, JP. Now, the issues right now are who should get paid? Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, who you guys stole from my team, by the way, or Ezekiel Elliott. Which one would you pay and why?
First of all, we didn't steal him. I mean, you guys gave him up and we took him. So
gosh, just let him go.
We gave him the home he deserved.
Damn.
But anyways, it's tough. If they can find a way to pay all three of them, I would say do it. But the problem is all three of these guys want big money, and they aren't going to be able to give them all record contracts. So first of all, they're going to pay Dak no matter what. So we can move that aside. Yeah, he's going to get his money.
He's getting his money.
He's going to get paid the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Dang.
It's going to happen. So that comes down to Amari and Zeke. And honestly, the way I look at it is who gives you the more production? And to me, it's Zeke.
It's not even close, right?
Yeah, it really isn't.
No, I mean, you can't.
He's their best receiver probably, right next to Amari. On top of being, what he is as a running back. He generates the whole offense. Dak does what he does. He does okay. I don't think he's an elite quarterback, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
But Zeke runs the offense. So, to me, you pay Zeke. And if you have to let Amari walk, you let Amari walk. Because if you can replace anybody in the draft, it would be get another receiver.
Yeah, receivers seem to be kind of easy pickup sometimes. I mean,
not that I want to see Amari go. I love Amari.
Yeah.
I think he's great.
He's good.
Hey, he was your guys' game changer when he went to the team last year.
But if I had to make a choice like that, that would be my decision.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Your turn.
Yeah,
Same
I mean, they should all get their money, if I'm being honest.
But how? I don't think the Cowboys can afford to pay him that much.
No,
You got to remember.
They can't
Was
afford
it Michael Thomas from New
No,
Orleans?
the
got
Cowboys
100
can't
million?
afford it. It's the salary cap.
Yeah,
It's the salary.
they got the hard. NFL's got that hard cap. But my thing is like, it's the Cowboys' fault, man. You should have just given the money that they wanted in the beginning, but because they were waiting so long, who got paid? What's the guy from Carson
Michael
Wentz
Thomas.
got paid,
Yeah,
right?
Carson Wentz.
And he got the huge contract. So then everyone's like, well, damn, Dak's won what, 2 division titles, right?
And a playoff game.
And a playoff
Carson
game?
Wentz hasn't even seen the playoffs.
That's true.
Wow.
Carson Wentz has not made a playoff yet, and they even won a Super Bowl.
Hold on a second. First off, he has made the playoffs. They were gonna make the playoffs that
Not
one.
as
He was
a-
gonna win MVP that one year.
Not as a player that was actually active on a squad.
Well, he got
Okay,
hurt.
right there,
He
that
got
burp.
hurt. He
That
got hurt
burp.
right before.
Did you hear that burp? That means we're off topic. Okay, let's get back
Let's
on
be
topic.
fair. Hold on, I'm just trying to be fair. But anyway, they waited too long. So pretty much everyone, Todd Gurley has his big contract, right? So Zeke is like, well, I led the league in rushing 2 of the last 3 years, so I should get paid more than him. Amari probably feels like he's better than Michael Thomas, but Michael Thomas had better numbers than he's.
Michael Thomas has been in the top 3 and 5.
But he's not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
No.
So my
Well-
thing is like because like you got, was it Jerry? Is it his brother or is
It's
it
his son, Steven.
I always forget. But anyway, he keeps coming out saying, "Oh, we don't." They're gonna have to take a discount so we can sign them all. Because if not, then we can't afford all these other players, which I get. But bro, the same owners that are complaining are the same owners giving these guys huge contracts, and now another owner has to come and give their guys big contracts, even though they don't deserve it. Dak's gonna be probably the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Is he even a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
No.
Now he's good.
I'd say he's top 10.
Oh, he
but
thinks he's top 10. I mean, maybe he's number 9 or 10. But it's too late now, bro. All of them want the money, and I haven't heard Dak, Amari, or Ezekiel saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna take a discount."
No, none of them are.
Nah.
Zeke's not even showing up to training camp.
No, man, he's holding out. He's like, bro, y'all are gonna, because what's gonna happen, and I feel bad for running backs. He knows you guys are gonna use and abuse me, and then when it's time to give me a big contract, no one's gonna want to give it to me now because I'm all used up.
No.
He's probably gonna be hurt. I mean, they use him a lot. He carried the ball more than everybody last year.
Then that's the problem. You pay a running back top tier $100 million, whatever you're gonna pay him. They don't have the lifespan of a quarterback or lifespan of a receiver. They play in their 30s maybe. That's it. You got quarterbacks playing to 42, 43. I mean, Tom Brady's turning 42 right now.
Plus, Dak is in a position where there's literally, like, when you look at the NFL, there's 32 teams.
32 teams.
And if we were to count like who are actually elite quarterbacks, there's 4 maybe.
Yeah, maybe. There's a handful.
So it's like there's not even that many good quarterbacks. So when you actually have a good quarterback, you gotta do whatever you can, because he's in a Dak out of everyone's in a position of power.
And the
where it's
Carson Wentz deal did really screw
Yeah,
him
that
over
messed everything up.
because Dak has better stats than Carson across the board pretty much.
except for that one.
It's all see.
So-
See, to me, it's not just the Carson Wentz. It's all the deals that lead up to this. Because always
Kirk Cousins got
it's
that
always
huge one too.
yeah. It's always he's the highest quarterback. Oh, now he's the highest quarterback. Like
Well,
it's getting out of
It's
control.
whoever's next.
Yeah, it's going to be the
gets the
highest. Like you
higher
said,
one.
Dak Prescott will be the highest paid quarterback. So here's my next question. Are you guys done with that topic, or we go with that topic?
I mean, we pretty much agree.
Yeah, I mean, we all agree it's going to be Dak and then Zeke and then Amari. You guys are
Well,
so
I
you
don't
guys
know
are willing to cut
if
Amari.
Zeke's actually going to get his money.
But it's
That's
almost like
different.
That's true.
So a team who drafts really well in the draft, like aside from Amari, you guys got Jalen Smith, you got Vander Esch, who I really like. You guys drafted Zeke, you guys drafted Dak, your offensive line. So because you did so great in the draft, you're almost like punishing yourself.
And then you
because now
guys just
can't
gave
afford
that. Who's
everybody.
that linebacker you guys just gave that huge contract to?
It wasn't the linebackers, defensive
There
end,
you
Marcus
go.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Marcus
the other
Lawrence.
one.
There we go.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
he
guys
deserved his
just
money
gave him
too.
He deserved it.
contract.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, That's what happens, man. It's sad, but that's just the way the NFL is now.
Now, here's one more Cowboy issue. I think we covered that one. You know, the salary, the money, people getting just ridiculous numbers. So there's another question: Cowboy issues. The fans. Okay, now I get we're all diehard fans here. I'm a hardcore Raiders fan, hardcore Dolphins fan, but every year I feel like the Cowboys are forced down our throats because I get it, it's America's team or whatever you want to call it. I get they're
America isn't a bunch of losers.
Billions and billions of dollars in this team. Okay. So, is it the fans that cause more problems for the Cowboys, or is it Jerry Jones who causes more problems for the Cowboys? Where are the problems coming from with the Cowboys? Because right now the Cowboys, they have a good team, right? They have a good team, but they struggle. They have issues. Zeke's having off-field issues, and it seems like Jerry Jones just doesn't care. It seems like Jerry Jones wants to give it to the fans because the fans are what's driving him, right? The fans are what give him. But the Dallas Cowboy fans are probably some of the craziest hardcore fans.
They're the most delusional fans
ever seen, and the most delusional. And we're not just hating you because you're you, JP. But from a fan base, because you're a fan, you're not a fan. So this should be a pretty good debate. How do you feel about that?
That's because Skip Bayless is Cowboys fan. Yeah. He's the first problem.
Yeah, he is. And to be fair, because we joke around with JP a lot for being a Cowboys fan, but JP's not a delusional fan.
He's not.
He's not. But Cowboy fans are delusional.
Every year they say they're going to.
Every year. You guys can go 0-15 next year. Like, we're going to be there
next year. You guys can say that about a ton of different teams, though. It's not just the Cowboys.
But it's mostly the Cowboys. I mean, you guys get the most. You guys get the most.
The Raiders publicity. Say that.
Now, see, I'm gonna give you one thing. Is it mostly the Cowboys? Because, like I said, they're America's team, and that's what's shoved down our throat. Is that because we hear more than we hear other teams?
Well, I think it's a big part of that is the media coverage is big on the Cowboys. More than any other team. But when you have the most valuable sports franchise of any kind on the entire planet, it's going to happen.
Yep.
And they are worth more money than anybody. They're worth more than the football clubs in England, all that stuff. Yep. And so, of course, they're going to be news. Anything that happens in Dallas is going to be news because the money's there. So
it doesn't matter what the fans do, man. I mean, Jerry Jones wants to win.
Well, and to go back to his question, though, the Jerry Jones thing, my biggest issue with him is he runs the team like a business.
He runs the team like a business.
He runs it to make money, which, I mean, it is what it is.
He makes plenty of that.
Yeah, but crap ton of money.
He's never going to – it's going to be hard to win until he – runs it as a football team instead of just for money as a business.
Because isn't he he's the owner and the GM? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's crazy.
And that was the problem with Oakland until Al Davis passed.
And this coming year probably is the best chance they have to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
That they'll have in a long time. So I kind of feel like he should just tough it out and throw out the money because what other chance are you going to have if you lose these players?
Yeah. You're not going to have one because you say it's okay. I understand Amari Cooper's not the biggest thing, but he's such a threat on the field. To cut him and then hope you find something to cover that. Because I mean, I'm not saying Zeke couldn't run without Amari, but Zeke respects Amari Cooper. The defense respects him so much that they have to cover. You have to cover him. Either it's double or it's zone or it's man, but you have to focus Amari Cooper. That opens up more space for Zeke. That opens more space for Dak to work. That opens up more receivers to work. So if you lose Amari Cooper, see, and my point, I'm going to, just to finish that off, I'm going to go back real quick. I think Amari Cooper is more important than Zeke, and that's because I understand Zeke
You're tripping.
can carry more yards, but Amari Cooper just respects so much stuff. Sorry, go ahead, finish your point. Sorry.
Well, to go back to that, it's not that Amari's not important.
He's just not as important as the others.
He's just not as important as the others. Because, like I said, Zeke drives the whole thing.
Yeah, there's some stat where, if Zeke rushes for 120 yards or something like that, they win.
Yeah, they always win.
90% of their games or whatever,
and then when he got hurt, they lost every game until he came back. Or they won 2 or something like that.
They won a few games, but
until he came back. All right, we're going to move on, man. We're going to move on. Hold on, I got to find, there we go. Time to move on. Okay, that's a good little dish there. So the next question: should players be more adept or more to the idea of taking a pay cut?
No.
I mean, you're sitting here and you're going, look, I'm Amari Cooper. I got to deal with Nike or Adidas, whoever he has Under Armour. He's making millions off that. If he's doing commercials, making millions off that. I mean, how much money do you really need, and how much more do you want to affect a team? Because if you want the max deal, which $100 million, whatever it is, and then Dak wants $100 million, and Zeke wants $100 million, you're hurting the team more than anything, and you're hurting the fans more than anything. Should players be more adapt to the idea of maybe taking a pay cut to help build teams?
Nope.
Adrian will let you go first on this one.
Nope.
Why?
Nope. I mean, didn't Jerry Jones just buy like a $30 million yacht? So what pay cut is Jerry Jones taking to afford all the players?
Oh, our soundboard broke.
You know what I mean? Broke already? Man,
Yep, soundboard's down.
Anyways, no, and look, these owners are making way more money than everyone else. These players are putting their body on the line, and they deserve the money that they get. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, look, when you're an NFL player, your lifespan isn't very long, especially for a running back. So they better get all the money they can get now, man. Like, I know everyone wants to win, and that's perfectly fine, but, bruh, dude, the NFL's tough. So you better make all the money you can. I'm sorry, but I'm totally against players always taking pay cuts for the better of the team.
But if you manage your money, you can take pay cuts. If you manage your money, let's say you want $100 million, you're telling me you couldn't take $60 million. You're telling me you can't survive off $60 million plus your endorsements plus whatever else you have. And I'm not saying they're greedy. I'm not saying they're selfish.
Is Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, Tom Brady did it. Shaq's done it. I'm sure Dwayne's going to do it.
Tom Brady's wife makes more money
than
he does.
That's true. Gisele Bündchen makes way more money than he does. But still, if you're a millionaire and you know how to manage your money, I mean, even some of these other guys, D'Angelo Williams, apparently he's doing really good with his money. He's been retired for how long?
Yeah, but you're thinking about it differently because at the end of the day, a lot of these NFL players got big egos. And if I'm Zeke and I see a running back getting paid way more money than me and I'm leading the league in rushing every year.
And it's not just about the money, it's about their value as a person. So, and what they bring.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm not for players taking pay cuts.
I'm not either.
And
not
plus,
at all.
look, and I think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. But the whole Tom Brady takes pay cuts. Okay, how big is that pay cut though compared to what other players are making? He still makes a crap ton of money.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a huge pay cut.
So
either.
They just restructure the contract year by year, so that way they can sign one or two players. So it's not like he's really like taking huge pay cuts to.
No, they're just like changing his contract.
Yeah, they're just restructuring it year by year.
Salary cap differently,
right.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, man.
That's what Tom Brady, I'm assuming, playing every time he gets that pay cut that plays there. It just goes.
I mean, to me, the whole thing. Dance break.
5 second dance break.
But to me, the whole thing is like, especially if you're a running back, look at Todd Gurley. He just got injured. He's got arthritis in his knee. How many more years does he really have left?
Yeah, seriously.
So if you're looking at that from a player's perspective, they take all the risk. They're the ones out there doing all the work. So if you're a running back, average 6 years, they got to make all their money in 6 years. So, and you see that $150 million contract, yeah, but how much of that's guaranteed? Maybe $60 million.
NFL's way different than like baseball.
So,
and basketball.
yeah, it's a lot of money to make $60 million in 6 years, but that's all the money you got for the rest of your life unless you find another career.
That's true.
Plus, Michael Thompson's the highest paid wide receiver of all time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
So obviously, none of us think he's even a top 5 wide receiver. He's not a top 5 wide receiver, right?
No, I mean,
I don't
his
think he's a top 5.
stat wise, apparently he is because they showed the stats this morning. He was like 3rd in yards and 5th in touchdown or something like that for the last 2 or 3 years.
He's one of the better ones. He's a good number 1 wide receiver.
I mean,
but he's not better than Julio. He's not better than Antonio Brown. He's not better than Mike Evans. He's not better than.
I think he's better than Mike Evans. I would take Mike Evans.
He's not better than Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
Okay, but
that's DeAndre Hopkins.
Is it Michael Thompson's fault for his team who offered him them? Is it was like, I'm not a top wide receiver, so I'm going to decline that amazing offer.
Well, no. If you get the offer, that's the thing. But they're not going, okay, it's either you or Drew Brees, so we're going to offer you $100 million and cut Drew Brees, or you need to take a pay cut so he can stay. Right now, we're talking about if you're trying to build a team, should you take it? Like the three of us right now, let's say we're building a team. You know, I'm the power center, point guard, shooting guard, whatever, your quarterback, whatever you want to do. For us to win a championship, the three of us need to stay together. If we break up, we lose. Are we saying money is more important than titles? Because right now you break up the Cowboys. You take any one of those 3 players. You're not going to go back to a building year, but you're not winning the championship. There's no damn way you're winning the Super Bowl without one of those 3 players.
Yeah, but even if you take the pay cut, you're not guaranteed to win the Super Bowl either. So not only you're not winning
your
the Super Bowl,
are higher though.
Yeah, but now I'm taking less money and we're not winning. What happens if someone gets hurt? That's the other thing. This is not basketball or baseball.
It's rougher.
If you get hurt, and especially the way, and it was because NFL's freaking stupid. Yes. the next time they have that the bargaining agreement, they need to say their contracts are fully guaranteed, like the NBA and baseball. Because once you get hurt, they can cut you, and then that $100 contract you signed, you don't get all that money. They don't pay you out that money for cutting you. You lose out on all that money. You just get the guaranteed money.
JP, any final thoughts on this?
No, I mean, I completely agree. They need to do something. Injuries is the key thing.
I mean, it's
really
the
is.
NFL. It's the most gruesome sport in the world. These guys are...
Oh, yes.
What, 200 plus pounds of just muscle running at the speed of
other,
light.
Taking hits.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm not for players taking pay cuts, bro. They should get their money.
No pay
good for
cuts.
Michael Thompson, even though he's not the best wide receiver.
Taking that money.
Paid, though.
Honestly, lifespan of NFL players is not long at all.
No.
So, I mean, of course, you have your exceptions, your Tom Brady's, your Brett Favre's that stay in the
That's
game forever.
No, they're alive for.
But how many? That's a handful of people out of all the people.
Warren
that play in
Moon,
the
I think,
NFL,
was another one. Like it's far and few between. Bo Jackson, he only played 2-3 years, and he was out. And he's one of the best ever. Moving on. I like that to transition.
Yeah, man, makes total sense.
See, now we're gonna go from sports. You know, we just talked about football. We talked about the Cowboys. We talked about people's salary. Now we're gonna move to wrestling. And why are we doing this?
Oh, yes.
Because we can. Because if you didn't know, you're watching.
You got roasted,
The
boy.
channel Roasted Boy. It's what that guy just said. I don't know if you guys heard. Let's do it again.
You got roasted, boy.
Now we're going to move into wrestling debate. Is wrestling headed into a new direction? We got WWE, we have AEW, we have New Japan, we have countless different, we have TNA, which if that's still, it's still a thing that we
Yeah,
watch.
it's still a thing. It's
We have
crazy.
countless of indie shows popping up left and right. You got Dragon Gate. You got so
Ring of
much
Honor.
Ring of Honor. You got so much Lucha. What is it? Lucha Underground?
Lucha Underground.
You have so much wrestling right now that it's not just the WWE or bust anymore. So does that mean that wrestling is moving in a new direction? JP, you can start this one.
I wouldn't necessarily say new direction, but each show's kind of taking on a different version. AEW seems like it's going to be more kind of going back to that 90s style wrestling, like that kind of older, a little bit more hardcore-ish, not over the top, but
a little more hardcore, like not PG rated.
You're right.
Basically. Okay.
Like, yeah. But honestly, I think what it is when with anything you do now, whether it's YouTube, wrestling, even NFL with the XFL coming back, all everybody wants is content, more and more and more content.
Yeah.
So to me, it just gives you more variety. I hope all of them are successful, but I think they all will continue to grow and be successful because that's what people want. They just want more content of the things they like.
That is true. We are a content-driven society right now.
Mm-hmm.
We crave so much content, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Instagram, Facebook, it's just anything you can get content. There's times hours on end. I'm sure you guys spend on your phone just watching videos of just stuff because we need all that content. How do you feel about this?
I don't know, man. I need to once AEW start, because I think that's going to be big, is when AEW starts on TNT. Because right now WWE's freaking stagnant. It's just
so
not
complacent.
It's just not. You could tell now what they hired Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff to run the shows. So I guess the last couple of episodes have been better than what they were before.
They've been pretty. This last Raw is probably the best one.
But I'm more interested to see what direction AEW takes as far as weekly programming. Because really, we've just seen a couple shows. They do their little storylines or whatever, but this is gonna be a week to week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weekly live
thing,
episode.
and they're. I don't know what WWE's doing to NXT because I heard the rumor they're going to put them on TV.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe they won't just be on the network now, so they're going to be competing directly with. Which I don't know why WWE's doing that.
They're the ones honestly making it a competition
more
than
and then because they're making it the competition, WWE looks like WCW as far as instead of just paying attention to what you're doing and making your product better. Oh wait.
And we've talked earlier.
Turn it off!
That was the sad moment for maybe
For WCW?
WWE.
Oh. Well, what I'm saying is they just look like the villain. They what would they AEW did which was for charity, by the way. It was a charity event, yeah. And what is it called?
They counter program.
Was Stomping Grounds or what? Was it Stomping Grounds?
No, it was an NXT Evolve show.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's really... Really, like, why you guys are like the villain here? This is not.
But I mean, you got to kind of look at WWE as the villain. I mean, this is the billion-dollar company, the biggest
Just-
company there. I mean,
just pay
WrestleMania is
attention,
still the
like,
biggest wrestling show.
Focus
Well,
on
you
what
know.
you're doing, because honestly, even if AEW wasn't happening, there was another show that everyone's excited for. Their ratings were going down regardless because their show's stale.
So something that WWE needs to work on and AEW needs to pay attention to is the continuity and just constant stuff. Because apparently this week on SmackDown, Vince walked in, looked at the script, and said, we're not going with this, and changed the whole entire show 2 hours before the show.
They do it a lot.
And one of the problems was that people were bringing up is the women's tag team titles. They were supposed to be defended, or the Iconics were supposed to fight Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
I forgot that was.
They talked about it last week, and then it's just gone. If AEW listens to Chris Jericho, John Moxley, the people who've been on these weekly shows.
Who did you say?
Anyway, and these
He said John Moxley.
these
Wow,
people who've
shots.
been, here's a shout out to John Moxley.
Yeah.
These people who've been on these, but I'm just saying he knows what he's doing because he's been on this weekly show. You can't say he's done live TV. He's done the weekly live shows. You gotta listen to him, right? I mean, these Chris Jericho and him are probably their biggest people right now.
We're not the ones that are arguing.
I know,
that.
that's
we
true.
don't need to be told this. You're the one that needs to.
That's true.
Whatever. Do you have any final thoughts or anything to add into John Moxley or anything else?
Honestly, like, I'm just looking forward to AEW.
Yeah, I'm excited,
WWE,
man.
I mean, we'll always love it. Grew up with it. You know, big fan of AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, some of those people. But the show's just kind of gotten stale. It's the same thing all the time. AEW, I mean, they have some of the great talent on there. Some people we've all been following for a long time through New Japan and whatnot.
Oh, yes.
So I'm excited for that, to see something different. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, WWE's product is always going to be there, and it's always going to be the same, apparently. So,
Seriously.
Until and I, God forbid, because I think he's gonna outlive all of us, but until the day Vince dies,
He's a
I
vampire.
think it's gonna stay the exact same until he passes and somebody else takes the reins.
I mean,
Triple H should take.
NXT is the best thing WWE has right now.
I agree.
Yeah, it's because
So-
Triple H runs that.
Mhm.
It's not something that even Vince has anything to do with.
Yep.
Same with 20. Apparently 205 Live is really good, but we
Well,
don't ever.
Triple H is doing that as
Triple H
well.
does that too, but we
So-
never get to see it. Like we never get to see any of that.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on that before we move on?
Oh man, I just want everyone to see, even TNA, man. Like the more wrestling, the better, because it just you gotta step your game up.
Yeah.
I think AEW coming up and everyone's all excited. It's just hopefully WWE does something, bro, because it's been bad.
And you know what I really like, and I wish WWE would look into this more, is these independent shows that and the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. I mean, they're geniuses. They just seem like they're geniuses because they went to these independent shows that are literally in basements or literally in gyms, and they made appearances for free to make it. Maybe they were like 10, 15 seconds, doesn't matter, but they still made appearances to bring people in. I mean, why isn't that something WWE is looking at and going, maybe we send a Ricochet or an AJ Styles or somebody that can go work for free, you know, for 10, 15 seconds and try to bring us back some more fans.
But that's different though, because they're on TV every week, and they do house shows, and they do pay per
Yeah,
views.
their schedule is insane.
Yeah, like how much more could you?
That's
I don't know
Well, how much? I mean, you got wrestlers who you never see on TV. You don't see Rusev, you barely see Shinsuke. I mean, why don't you use these other wrestlers that you're not using to do independent stuff?
You haven't seen Heath Slater in like months.
There was
Yeah, but WWE doesn't want to share their wrestlers for another company.
Yeah.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's all about them. They're not trying to help out another company at
And I
all.
think that's going to be their downfall in the long run.
I don't know, man. They make too much money. Like, let's just...
Oh, yeah, they're billionaires. But if it is their downfall,
Turn it off!
Oh, I think I hit it again.
God, no.
And of course, I'm going to move into our file.
I don't... Like, it's so weird. I don't... Like, what does that mean?
What?
Like, when it's... I don't know.
It means we're breaking the combo and moving on. Like, the combo of the conversation has been broken, and now we can move on to another conversation.
Oh, okay. Good. Now that you explained it, that makes sense now. Thank you. Okay. Wait, one more time?
Oh, one more time.
There you go.
If you don't know what game that's from Killer
This
Instinct.
is what happens when you give a grown man buttons. to
Yeah,
push.
usually
Seriously.
this stuff right here happens. Let me show you. Hold on.
I bet you they're super, like, they think this video... Dude, your face goes forward like every 2 seconds.
If it's literally chilling on my phone. I have to lean forward to hit.
Why don't you just keep it like right here?
Because I don't know if the speakers will pick it up. We gotta buy a mic. Remember, this is our first video here, so we're working on things, man. Yeah, our last and final topic, and then we're gonna get out your guys' hair and let you walk on, continue your day. And this might be a little bit of a difficult topic to talk about. I mean, just because we don't. Some of us ain't technology.
Whoa.
Yeah, I see. I can't even say the word.
Technology.
Yeah.
Technological.
Thank you. Some of us are not. Some of us can't even say the word. That's how bad it is. So I mean, but we're just gonna talk about either a product or technology or some kind of tech that is coming out that you guys are excited for, and maybe one that you think is gonna fail, but everybody is excited for. And even if it doesn't fail, you're dumb at that point. But anyway, we're starting with Adrian on this one. Product. It could be anything. It could be a shoe. It could be a phone. It could be anything. A game. It doesn't matter. Anything you think that's coming out, and then one that you think is gonna.
I just want to see stuff for the PlayStation 5, man. I think out of all the, because I'm not really big on that stuff either. I mean, some things here and there. Like, what's the other new thing that's got the Switch?
Oh, white.
The Switch Lite.
Yeah,
Which
Lite.
isn't that just the same thing as? I don't understand what's the difference.
It looks like the same thing as
It's
a Game
just-
Boy.
It's a mobile
only,
one, right?
yeah.
But isn't the Switch technically one too?
The Switch moves.
But the Switch you can dock, and the other one you can't. But it's cheaper because of that. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, well, I don't get it. But anyway,
I don't.
yeah, man.
It's
I'm just
basically they're adding an entry level price point so people can get into the Switch cheaper.
hey, man, that's cool. I mean,
But then you can't play it on your TV and with your friends.
Yeah,
so
but
you're
this
basically-
is the kind of Switch where it's like, okay, you're gonna buy this for your 10-year-old for Christmas, so you don't have to pay attention to them. They can go.
Don't pay attention to 'em, man.
so you don't have to. Pay
I got
attention
two. I'm
to
gonna go
your
get
child.
2 right now. Something to pay attention to my kids.
Dads of the year here.
Didn't
Dads
know
of the
it.
year. Nice.
I'll buy 3 of them, but I don't even know why.
No, man, just the PlayStation 5. Like, I just can't wait to see what the graphics look like, bro. Like, when the NBA games and Madden games come out, or WWE,
Wow.
man. Like, I'm just excited for that.
But the price point is at $500 a start.
How much
for
was the
base.
PlayStation 4?
It was
It
$399.
was $399.
So, it's just, so this is just $100 more?
It's
I
200.
mean,
I mean, 200.
I don't know if
Oh,
have they
yes.
officially announced a price point yet?
I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
they
they
announced a
have.
price point of 500. I might be wrong. If
I
you
don't
guys
think
know,
they
drop in
have.
the comments. Or
that's pretty much it, bro. Like, I'm just excited for that.
You know any products that your people are excited for that you think is gonna fail? Or you're a shoe guy. What about a shoe you think that's coming out that might fail?
I mean, there's plenty of shoes that come out and fail, man. They're expensive, bro.
They are super expensive.
It's a hard hobby to.
This man's got about 100 pairs
I
at
got-
$200 a pair, so
I got
do
a
the
lot of
math.
shoes,
it's
but
like $20,000.
yeah, man. I mean, it's just the same stuff every year, though. Essentially, all the Jordans that come out came out like 1,000 times. Yeezy keeps putting out the same freaking shoe, just in different colors. Yeah, man. It's just,
It's just too much, man.
it's just too much, bro. I gotta take a break.
JP, what do you think, man?
Well, I mean, I'm excited for the PS5 too, especially because it's gonna be backwards compatible.
Oh man, that's the best.
But
part.
I guess to play off of that,
Oh, yes.
probably gonna steal Matt's idea, but of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Hell yeah! Oh, take your time.
I had nothing else for it.
That game's gonna be amazing.
Gosh,
I mean,
dude, the game looks so sick.
I love the original game. It's
Oh,
one of those
yes.
best games of all everybody's childhood.
It is. I just pre-ordered
It's
mine.
my favorite game of all time, honestly.
I need to pre-order it,
I just pre-ordered mine.
dude. It looks so sick.
Any product or anything coming
So-
out you think's gonna fail?
What do you guys think about Google's new video game thing, Google Stadia,
Bro,
streaming
no,
service?
I'm good.
Apparently, a lot of people are hopping onto it because I don't think Ninja switched that, but Ninja just left.
Well, no.
Oh, he
Stream.
left Switch.
That's
or-
different.
That's something else, right?
Yeah, Stadia is like an actual thing where you stream video games from their server.
Oh wow! So
It's
it's,
like
it's a
a-
streaming device.
It's
like
supposed to be like a Netflix of video games
Oh
thing.
wow!
But the problem is you have to pay for a subscription, and then you still have to buy the games.
Oh, what the
Oh
fudge?
good lord! You can
So-
hold on. Let me find it first. You can
Take
say
your
what
time.
the
But
That- game sucks.
what it basically is it keeps you from having to buy a console or a computer because you can just stream the game on whatever device you want, your phone, your TV, whatever.
But then how would the device play?
Well, because you're basically playing over the internet on a computer that's in Google headquarters.
Oh wow, that's
So-
weird. I don't think I like that. That might fail.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
I mean, it's Google though, so if it fails, it doesn't hurt Google at all.
Well,
I
if
don't
anybody
care.
can make it work, it'll be
Yeah,
them.
or if they can make it work.
But
it
to me,
would
the
be
problem
Google.
is it's all going to be the internet speeds. Because if
Yeah.
you're going to play a game, you don't want to be playing laggy game all the time.
Yeah, dude, I don't play video games that much or watch it that much to.
But to me, I feel like it might work eventually, but I feel like consoles or PCs are still the way to go.
Well, I agree. So yeah, you guys basically covered everything I was excited for: Final Fantasy VII, the PlayStation PlayStation 5 is coming out. I mean, the Xbox. There's an Xbox coming out too, but we don't.
Nobody knows what that
No one
is.
knows what
We
that
don't
is.
play
What is
Xbox.
that?
You Xbox players out there can touch base on that. I still have my Xbox One.
I mean, you guys can say stuff, but we're not gonna
It's
listen.
not gonna matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
might as
you
well
go.
just save your breath.
We don't listen to that. Now, what I'm most disappointed for, it's more of a product-based thing, is remakes of movies. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of seeing them. I mean, some of them are good, some of them are great, but do we really need every damn movie that ever been invented remade? Do we
Hollywood's
need
got
that?
no new ideas, bro.
Exactly. There's no new ideas floating around. So I'm not saying they're going to fail, but I'm just kind of tired.
They're
One I think
definitely
might
not gonna
fail.
That's why they keep doing it, because they make so much money.
One I might
I
think.
mean,
and
look how much money Lion King made.
Yeah,
They
seriously.
made a crap ton of money.
And that's got
It
mixed
was still a good
reviews.
movie though.
And one of the things I was thinking about failing, this is before you brought it up, because we are, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm into Funko Pops.
What?
So I don't know, it's hard to tell, I get it. But, and I was thinking about this before JP brought up the fact that apparently Funko was bought out, but when I went to go buy the last Comic-Con ones, nobody was there, nobody was rushing the doors. It seems like it's a dying fad, so I'm just wondering at what point does Funko or these pop vinyls finally just taper out and fall off the market? And I'm saying here in the next 2 to 5 years, maybe they might just be completely done and over with. You know,
I
that's
don't
one
think
of
they'll
my
be
big things.
completely done, but I mean, they're finding new ways to sell them. If you go to Walmart, you can buy the ones that have digital movies now.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's true.
Not only that, but, like, let's be real, because we used to buy them all the time.
All the time.
How many could you possibly buy until it's like, okay, enough?
Yeah. You get to the point where your wallet just starts being
Yeah, like,
big.
there's just nowhere else to put them, bro. Then you keep looking, and they just sit there and you're like, okay, I'm just, like, wasting money now.
Yeah.
Like, I get you're a collector, and that's all. That's fine, because we used to do it, so I'm not trying to hate, but, like, after a while, bro, like,
And we still buy one or two.
Yeah.
Here. They're really cool looking. Like if Final Fantasy 7 ones ever drop, I'm getting all
I
those damn
wish,
things.
bro.
Man. Hey Funko, make some Final Fantasy 7 pop.
they will. They've done everything else.
On the topics that we covered, is there anything you guys want to hit on a final point before we go, or anything you want to say to our viewers before we go?
Yeah, man, Cowboys suck. They're trash. I don't care who they sign. They're gonna lose every game this
Every
year. It doesn't
game.
matter. Bro, man, I don't know, man. I mean,
Well,
it's good
Just
first
to
episode.
play off of Adrian's point, I mean, final argument. Cowboys are amazing.
Wow.
You should never take a person who has never watched a football game in his life opinion about football teams, because all he does is watch highlight reels.
I do
You
watch
got
that.
roasted, boy.
He's never seen a football game in his life.
I've
You
seen
got
that.
roasted, boy.
Super Bowls don't count. Everybody watches those.
Everybody watches.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why I think the Cowboys are horrible, because they're never in them.
It's funny. I saved
Yeah,
this.
but neither
I saved
is-
this for Adrian, hopefully killing JP and making a good point. But I think it's gonna be for JP killing Adrian on that. So,
But if you talk about teams that live in the past, Adrian, who's your favorite team?
I mean, bro, that was a long time ago, man.
oh, I thought you were talking about me. The Raiders do that all the time. We always talk about our 3 day.
Yeah,
Dolphins
and-
don't.
and
We
the Dolphins
Dolphins know
talk
we're not
about their
good,
famous
bro.
season.
That's the
yeah,
only
man.
thing you guys.
That's all they got.
No one's ever done it, so I mean,
If you can tell, none of us have the Raiders, Dolphins, and we don't have the same damn team, man. We're all different here. That's why
I
these
don't need to
debates
talk
are so
trash
hot.
about the Raiders because they do it themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Until we go to Las Vegas with this new stadium that's better than yours.
Hopefully they change the name so it's not so terrible.
oh wow.
That's what I think about your name change. Anyway,
I'd rather than be the Las Vegas farts.
let's do one Harlem Shake. You guys don't do it with me. It's not a Harlem Shake. You see what I got to work with
Nobody
here?
agreed to this.
Yeah, nobody did, bro.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you go ahead and share it, subscribe, ring that bell for the notifications.
Let us know what you thought about Matt's face going straight to the camera every 2 seconds. There you
You
go.
guys got to inspect his dandruff.
Big ass forehead.
Go sell, go sell, and y'all can suck my
It's like all you see is sweaty forehead. Like
sweat. Is it sweat? Nah, you can't even tell. I'm so pretty though. If I wasn't so pretty, I'd get it. Like if I look like you two, yeah, I wouldn't want me zooming in on you. Anyway,
Damn.
hit that subscribe button, share it, like it, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your uncle, tell who you gotta tell. And of course, this video has been roasted, toasted, and burnt to a crisp. Holla at your boy.
Stop. I don't know if you stopped or not. I hope this is on the video. When you, what's it called? Now keep doing it, man. God, yo, big ass face.
That's right. It's not touchscreen, guys. All right. Anyway, bye.